Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about quitting the industry. So let's get into it. So the question in question was, Hi Frederick, I am 31 years old and I don't want to be a software developer anymore. Also, I don't like being at an office. What do you think I should do? Well, this is a very open question. Uh, I would suggest to you that you do a little bit of soul searching and you think you really consider what matters to you. That's what I would do, I suppose. So, something I think is important to understand is that a job is just a job. That is what it is. Unless you make it into something more. Some of us are very tied into the identity of a profession. It's very common, for example, that someone who is, say, a firefighter feels very strongly towards that role, that you identify with that, or a policeman, or for some of us like me, like software development or programming and so forth. It is something that is a part of us. It's something that is very important to us. So it's not so easy to just say, hey, I'm going to go and do something completely different. But for some people, they realize that, hey, this is not for me. And there's no shame in that. And if you are finding out now that, this thing isn't for me, I mean, guys, I have had so many jobs. I think the shortest employment I ever had was when I was 19 or 20 or something like that. And I realized that I can't drive a car in the middle of the night because I was a paper boy basically. Well, a very big paper boy, but that was in essence what I was. I made it through half a shift because I was so nauseous from riding around trying to just put all those damn papers into the mailboxes within my region. I couldn't cut it. Like it was a complete disaster. And that's not the first time that sort of thing has happened for me. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people can relate to that. That you just have to guess, because at the end of the day, guys, even if you think you know yourself as well as you can possibly know yourself, unless you have a clear understanding of what your heart's desire is, you're gonna have to guess. You're gonna have to try things out. You're gonna have to just kind of go with your gut and say, hey, well, I think I would probably not hate doing this thing over here. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens. Now, that is a bit of a problem in some cases because, unfortunately, some of these jobs and whatever, it doesn't have to just be jobs, whatever you might want to be doing, there's a bit of an investment before you can do that thing. Imagine, well, as a software developer, it's a very similar thing. Let's imagine that this person has been working for, say, 5 years or something like that through a computer science education or stuff like that, and then realizes, hey, you know what? This is not what I want to do. That is not something that, for some people, this is not all that easy to walk away from. But I think that if you get to the point where you're actually hurting from the decision, I think that you should chalk this down as a learning experience. And I think that for some people, you will see this as some type of failure. And here I'm going to get a little bit opinionated, and I will say I think that that is the problem. I think that you see this as you making a mistake, when the reality of the situation is that you have simply lived your life. There is no mistake. You tried something out, you didn't like it, and now you're going to do the next thing. There is no there's no person who gets everything right and does it on the first try. I know that you would, of course, have liked to know exactly what you were supposed to be doing when you were 19 and then going to the university and then having this kind of elevator segue type of thing through your life. And sure, guys, you will hear about people who have that process, who have that path in life. But what you don't understand is that that is only you hearing about one single aspect of that person's life. Nobody has that type of elevator life for in all aspects of everything. Mistakes are part of it, and now you have an opportunity here. You have an opportunity to figure out, okay, this was not for me. What is for me? And one thing that is really nice about this is that you've been a software developer, and the skills that you've learned, they are enormously valuable and can transfer into many, many areas. Sure, all right, you don't want to work in an office. Well, there's many occupations where you can go out and do the things that you love. I give you some of the happiest times of my life was when I was a mover. I used to, before I became a software developer, I moved furniture in a very small little firm here in Gothenburg, and I loved it. Honest to God, I absolutely loved it. The money was shit. Like, we were paid a pittance of what I make today, but I was out on the go all day. We were always moving. We were always meeting new people. I mean, the hours were. I had a 12-hour shift practically every day. I could never really plan on anything, but it didn't really matter because I was working with people that I got along with, and that's something that is also very worth thinking about. Almost any job, almost any situation can become really engaging and really fun if you're doing it with the right people. You would be surprised at how much the camaraderie and team sensation or friendships that you can build, even in a job where, I mean, no sane person would want to do this as their first choice. How great that situation can be if you're just doing it with the right people. And honest to God, I can tell you that there are many days where I sometimes think back and I go, I really love what I'm doing because I really love programming. But if this doesn't work out and I want to do something else, I might actually want to go back to not necessarily moving furniture, but to a work environment that was like that, where everybody was kind of friends and we were making jokes and we had a good time. We were working our asses off for almost nothing, but we loved it. It was great. So what I want you to take away from this is that I don't think that I can answer for you what you should do next if you don't want to be a software developer. I think that you should have a think about what you might enjoy, because some of us, we do have, well, we're lucky and we find that perfect thing that really makes everything make sense, and we we get in on that track very quickly. But some of us are going to have to try around a little bit, and I promise you, just because someone is really good at finding their dream job immediately, that doesn't mean that they're having that same smooth experience in all facets of life. There's always guesswork, there's always mistakes whenever we talk about going through your life and getting older and so forth. And now you, at age 31, which is a very young age, I know that it might not feel that way. You've realized that you want to do something else, and you have plenty of time to go in a completely different direction. You can re-educate yourself, or you can just try some stuff out and find yourself, look for inspiration. And take it from me when I say that, guys, there are so many other occupations and so many other jobs or positions in life that you can find yourself in, where even if you would make more money in another job, you're actually going to enjoy yourself more doing the thing that is lower paid. So try things out. I promise you, it is the best way for you to find yourself and find whatever you want to do next. Have a great day.